Well, this is just about the most lovely, wonderful day ever, I believe. And I'm going to do a little quick update video. Let's talk about this little car first. This is a 98 Celica convertible. Boy, if I had a sports car, I'd probably want something about like this, just because I know how good Toyotas are. And, you know, probably just about the ideal little sports car. This belongs to my neighbor. She's getting some chemotherapy, having a hard time. This car's been sitting around for quite a while because it had various problems. I fixed a broken turn signal with some super glue and what do you call this stuff? Oh, JB Weld. She had a bad radiator. The radiator blew out because the radiator cap broke and it wouldn't release the pressure. But also the water pump was bad on this car. So I replaced the radiator, fixed the turn signal, had an electrical problem in the radio, got that figured out. Got it all back together, and the water pump is bad. And on this car, you have to take the what do you call that thing on the end, the pulley? You have to take the harmonic balancer off, you have to take the timing cover off, you have to take the timing belt off to get to the water pump. It's not like some of the Toyotas that have a water pump, it's easy to access. This one is not. So there's a garage in town that's going to do that work, and I'm not going to do it. What I am going to do, and we have a nice day like today, could happen today, is push this car out and wash it for her. Get all this, you know, this pine tree droppings off of it, and all this pollen and all this stuff, and wash it and clean it up real good for her. And while I'm at it, I'll want to wash my cars. They've all got that green pollen all over them, which happens around here this time of year. And then I want to get my trailer out of the woods. You know, I have a big door on the back of that trailer. It's not a door, it's a big ramp. And I took it off when we were hauling cars across the country, like when I went up to New Jersey. Let's see, when did I use that? I guess I brought the rat rod down here on it. But having that big door on the back is a big wind catcher and messes up your fuel mileage. So I took it off and we used it with just some regular ramps. But I think I want to put that back on, and it's back here behind this building. So I'll probably pull this out of the woods, go back there and get that, and put that door back on it, and just leave it on it. That makes it a lot easier than having to mess around with those ramps. Someone mentioned the other day when I had my other neighbor's tractor on here that they heard those ramps crack when he drove up on that. So I get that on there, then I can drive that little Toyota up on that when the time comes to haul it in. I'm very happy with this backyard, with the way this is all laid out and the way it looks. This is just, for me, it's just perfect. I was looking at this little circle of grass in the middle, and I was thinking, well, for Bill, if Bill was still around, I'd make a little golf hole and put a little golf flag in that just for him. He was a golf guy, but he's not around. He's down in Florida, so I guess I won't do that. But probably I'll be, you know, getting that trailer door out, put on this thing, get the big John Deere out and cut all the grass. We have made an effort to have nice grass here, especially up here, because my wife wants to, you know, have a nice place to set up croquet and do some stuff. So now that the dump trucks hopefully won't be running up and down through here anymore, I can get grass growing all up here. And back here we got some growing, and I need to mow my neighbor's grass over there. And yeah, I got some grass cutting to do. But things are coming along well. I don't know if I mentioned my dad's lawnmower, but my dad's lawnmower, it started spewing gas out of it. I think I did talk about this in a video yesterday. So I've ordered a new carburetor for that, and that'll be here in a day or two. I could go ahead and put the new carburetor on the Ford tractor, because that needs to be done too. So about the only other thing that I have that's still sitting out that needs to be undercover is this little blue and white speedboat back here that's going to be a future project. And I ought to throw up some kind of little some kind of shed, even if it's just a little lean-to shed for that. There's space back here where I could do that, or I could do it over there. There's a lot of places around here where I could do that, but that little boat right there, one of these days I'm gonna get that baby up and running. That'll be fun too. So I got a few things going on. You know, I could just make a little shed literally right about where that's sitting. Just something big enough to put that boat under cover would be good. So yeah, I got a few things going on around here. Really happy with the way things are. You know, this thing right here, this trailer, well, it has in it stuff that came from Maine, and it's just being stored right now. Like that shell sign that Big Daddy wanted, a lot of people wanted, the one that Deadeye Dan gave me. The one that says, I think it says 29 cents a gallon or something like that. Well, that's back in over there somewhere, and my big old Coca-Cola sign, I think, is over in there, and there's a lot of other stuff that's in here somewhere. So, you know, but we have it here now instead of being up yonder. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, there's stuff in here, storage stuff. But it's here now where we can get to it instead of having it up yonder in that storage shed up at the end of the street. So yeah, life is good here. So with that, I'm gonna stop talking and start doing a few things around here. And yeah, I'm thinking I might not be as interesting as I once was, or might be again in the future, but it amazes me. You know, I watched a little bit of Mr. Heavy Chevy this morning. I always love to watch him and his family. You know, they're so cool. And I just think, man, I can't believe I'm in the same neighborhood as some of these awesome people that are out on YouTube. I mean, like the HevyShevy's. But somebody sent me a message this morning that said, "You're my favorite YouTuber." And I'm thinking, how can that possibly be? Because there's so many really cool people out there, and I'm just, you know, I don't feel like I do anything that's very interesting most of the time. I mean, I kind of like the hot rod stuff, and you know, I'm not kind of like the banjo stuff, but there's a lot of times when I'm really not doing that. I'm just doing boring stuff. But for some reason, people just keep watching. They keep liking me. So I don't know if I deserve that or not, but that happens. So there's the gate, and there's a couple of little aluminum sidebars. I know where the bolts are. The bolts are back in the back of the red Toyota, but there's a couple of little aluminum side pieces that hold that gate up. And I think they're over here in this pile. And see, that's the thing about me, is if I don't pay real close attention, I'll wind up losing track of my good stuff, and then I won't know where it's at anymore. See, this is my metal pile here. Surely I wouldn't have thrown that there. Maybe I set those pieces inside this little red barn here. Maybe. I'll go have a look and see. So you can see here, I cut a maple tree down. I set it right there. That's the core, what we call the core line. That means everything on the other side of those trees with the red marks belongs to the Army Corps of Engineers. And the lake is right down there at the bottom of the valley. And all of that needs to be kept natural. So these maple trees here kind of mark that boundary. And then I pulled up a lot of this loose dirt and pine straw and stuff and just kind of pushed it into that, which kind of helps me to level this spot out a little bit here. I did the same thing here. This used to tilt. It had a big tree root on one side, and the road kind of tilted, and when I came through with the tractor would tip way over sideways. So I put a lot of this fill kind of stuff in there and then pushed some gravel over that to kind of level out this little road coming in here. So over time I might have an almost flat spot if I build this up here a little bit, and then who knows, I could do something here. My family was farmers. My dad talks about his dad, you know, doing stuff to develop land and make it useful and workable, and I kind of like that stuff. I kind of like doing that kind of stuff. That's fun for me. This building here is, oh, the stuff in here is kind of unorganized and kind of a mess. Eventually I'll get to it too. I'm still looking for those side pieces with that gate. I thought I might have put them in here. It might be out back. It might be out back. I might have tucked them up under the side of the barn back here. Don't see them. They're the little pieces that go right on these things. I need to locate them. I guess I'll cut y'all off while I go look for some stuff. That big sheet of steel right there, that needs to go somewhere too. Oh, the joy. There they are. See how bad I am at keeping track of stuff? See, that's what I mean right there. That shouldn't be here. But it is. And there's another one. There's another one that should be here too. That's what I mean about not. Found it. It's down here in Snake City. Right there. That's it. See? 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 That's exactly what I'm talking about. I should be much better taking care of stuff than I am. I should be. By the way, speaking of stuff, Rusty Acres is putting together a package of stuff to send to Mad Dog Bobby that goes with that Ford 39 Ford tractor that he gave me that I gave him. And he's going to be sending that today, and there will be a grill for that tractor and a seat and some ignition parts and a bunch of parts. So that is going to increase the likelihood that that tractor will be up and going, and Bobby will have that tractor soon. So we're excited about that too. Okay, so many things to be excited about. Oh, the joy. Okay, I'll go get that trailer and we'll bring it down here and put that gate on it. So I've got these big old ramps, which I made up in Maine ages ago, and they are heavy. I guess these are 2x12s. I don't know if these are hemlock or what. They've been good ones. I put a sheet of aluminum on the bottom of each one. Probably made them even heavier. Anyway, I don't need these if I have that ramp on here. So I think I'm going to just bring them around where this is at. I'll set them back here behind the building. In the same sort of place. I had to stop and take a picture. There was a spider web right there in the sunlight. Beautiful thing. I like to take pictures pictures are interesting, beautiful things. You hear the birds singing. I like that. It wasn't hard. So I hopped over to One Lonely Farmer's page this morning. He's been doing a lot of cool work. I guess I could say I don't have the ability to, but I actually do have, I suppose, the ability to, but I don't really get to keep up with everyone's YouTube stuff that I like to. And you know, like 63 Impala, we're great friends. I don't get to go watch his stuff every day, and he doesn't mind either. I mean, he's made a statement a long time ago that I make so many videos you can't watch them all, and I completely get that. It's really true. I think I've got maybe, don't know exactly, maybe about 16,000 videos or something like that. A long time ago, he gave up with trying to keep up. We used to joke around with each other. You know, I was a big fan of short videos, and he was a bigger fan of longer videos. So he started making longer videos, but not as often. But anyway, I was watching One Lonely Farmer this morning, and he was saying something about fussing with trolls, and I was thinking, I'm really glad that I don't have to do that. I don't seem to have a lot of trolls on my page, and it's a good thing, because I don't have the time to fuss with them, or the inclination. But I guess he does, and that's good. He said he likes it, so you know, that's good. So I'm gonna move this over. Well, I may just leave it sitting right where it is, because while I've got this out of that spot, I am going to go up there and tighten those bolts up too. But I could take the tractor and push some more gravel down in that spot where that was parked at. So I guess I could leave that door open. I might be back down here later today doing more stuff.